Today we're going to cover the social impact of the Industrial Revolution. We're looking at sanitation and labor laws specifically. Okay, so the big question that we're trying to answer today as we're going through all of the different sources and materials that we're going to be accessing, we're trying to answer the question, what were living conditions like during early industrial environments? And more importantly, how did people respond to new issues of safety and sanitation? Okay, once we're done with that, we're going to try to relate this back to the present day, to our own experiences and our own lives. So the instructions for the first part is pretty straightforward. You're going to watch this video right here. That'll give you some background on this and a general framework with which to understand this. Just one question to go along with it. After that, we have a short reading from a historian's take on what the city of London would have been like during the Industrial Revolution. After you've read that, I want you to come over here and I want you to write a journal entry. Now for the journal entry, I've provided an outline for you. So if you go through and in your journal entry, you answer all of these questions, not necessarily in order, but feel free to go in order, you'll have a great response. The part I particularly want to show you how to do is actually step 3. This is where we're looking at labor laws, okay? So this is step 3. This is an excerpt from a law that was meant to protect children workers. You'll get to read about that a little bit in the introduction. What you're going to do for the first step is you're going to paraphrase each of the paragraphs that are in this excerpt of the law that you're looking at. So in this case, you'll see that there's paragraph A that lines up with A over here, and you have paragraph B that lines up with B over here as well. So let me go through and do the first one for you so you can see what that looks like. Be it enacted that no person under 18 years of age shall be allowed to work in the night. Okay, be it enacted. Okay, so we're making a law. It is enacted, making a law, that no person under 18 years of age shall be allowed to work in the night. So we'll start out right here. No one younger, oops, I spelled that wrong, younger than 18 is allowed to work the night shift. Okay, so we've covered this first part. That is to say, between the hours of 8:30 o'clock in the evening and 5:30 in the morning. Which is, and it says 8:30 o'clock, which would be 8:30, to 5:30 in the morning. That would once again be 5:30. So we could say PM because that's in the evening, and then in the morning, that is of course AM. And they are not allowed to work between those times in or about any cotton, woolen, worsted, hemp, flax, tow, linen, silk mill, or factory. Okay, so in this case, we're writing our own paraphrase of that, and there's a bunch of different types of cloth that they're talking about, but they're all talking about factories that have to do with cloth. So in this case, instead of listing all of those, I'm not going to list all of them. Okay, so no one under the age of 18 is allowed to work the night shift, which is 8:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. in any factory that is making various types of cloths. Okay. Wherein steam or water or any other mechanical power is or shall be used to propel or work the machinery. Okay, so they don't want people who are of this age to be working the night shift, particularly when they're around machines that are making cloth. Okay, so no one younger than 18 is allowed to work the night shift, which is 8:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. in a factory that is making various types of cloths using machines. Okay, so now we have a version in everyday, normal, kind of our time period language that is saying the exact same idea as the first paragraph. So in that case, I would be done. I would go ahead, I would highlight that in yellow, and then I would move on and work on paragraph B. All right, now once you've gone through and you have completed B through E, you're going to go ahead and answer question 2, which is where you're writing a 1-paragraph summary of the entire document. So once you've put this all into your own words and you understand what it means, now you need to shorten it down. What is the law trying to do? What is it saying? You have 4 sentences to condense that down. Okay, so you'll write that paragraph right here. Then of course you'll answer the last question and you'll be good to go.